In this presentation, Tameisha Moore has bravely opened up about her struggles with depression to give viewers a better understanding of how she is coping with it. The presentation includes interview segments and other real-life recordings.
When I was 10, I had never dealt with depression or no mental illness until my sister died. And when she died, it just triggered my depression. And I still didn't know what was going on. I was just like, I didn't know it was depression. I just thought I was just, grieving over my sister. But as time went by, I was still getting depressed, feeling down, and going to see a counselor, and so ever since 10, I've been dealing with it ever since. I believe if my sister probably never died and I found her, I probably wouldn't even deal with depression. But that triggered it. Finding my sister triggered my depression. Well, like I said, I started seeing a counselor at 10, but that was for grieving. But like I say, after a year or two, I'm still dealing with the sadness and not want to go nowhere. And so my counselor basically told my mama she suffered from depression. She have depression. That is what depression is. And they tried to put me on medication around that time, 11 or 12. And I probably took it for a couple months, but at that time, I just really didn't want to take medication for depression. My mom tried to make me, but I didn't want to. I really would say when I want to say I was 13. I think that's the first time I self-harmed, and I was dating a dude, and I don't know, it's like I ain't gonna say he out made me lose my mind, but I lost it, and that was the first time I ever had to be hospitalized because I was depressed and I had self-harmed and messing with a dude that used to put his hands on me. So it was a lot. So after that, when people found out about that, they was like, oh yeah, she crazy. But I really wasn't crazy. I was just, from that situation, it's like he almost drove me crazy. When I shouldn't have been. Depression robs me of my happiness, my joy, enjoying life. I see why people kill themselves. It's never ending. I guess I deal with this till the day I die. And it's fucked up. I push people away.
I give people chances after chances, but in the end, I always end up disappointed. I feel like don't nobody really care about me but my mom and my kids. I try to be this strong person every day. I told my story in my book. I want people to know what it's like to deal with depression on an everyday basis, because I deal with it every day. And I'm so tired of dealing with depression.
Constant sadness. I mean, just being sad all day. Drained, just tired, don't want to do nothing. Feel like you was like, what's the point of living? I mean, it takes so much energy just to even take a bath, to even comb your hair, or even comb your kids' hair, or do anything with the kids. I mean, it was just like a nightmare that you just can't wake out of. It's just like you're in this dark place, and for a minute, I just thought it would never get better. I didn't see no light, so I just felt alone. I felt like in the end, I probably would have committed suicide, because that's how depressed I was. I mean, I felt like don't nobody want to live like this forever. Nobody want to feel the way a person with depression feel on an everyday basis, especially when they in a real deep depression. I hated it. I cried most days, and just stay in bed and cry and eat. I mean, that's like what I did most of the days. But it's a feeling that you really can't even, I can describe it, but you really have to go through it to really understand how depression really make you feel.
Go to the next boxes. So do you see him sitting over there? What does he have on?
Shorts with his shirt he's out well, and his glass,
Okay.
sunglasses.
What do you appreciate? What did you appreciate most that Tim did?
Tim he was always trying to help me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he knew my situation. I told him, and he didn't judge me. He just tried to help me with everything.
So you'd want to say, Tim, I appreciate you're always there for me. You didn't judge me. You just tried to help.
I don't know. Talking about Tim, it make me sad.
I know.
Like, I don't know.
What else did you appreciate?
I mean, he was just always there for me. If I called him, if it was dealing with just me or dealing with work, he just always helped me. If I ain't answer my phone, he'll come check on me. Like, okay, I just need to know you all right. My own sister and brother don't do that.
He understood about your disability,
Yeah.
your illness. He always had a solution, something for you to do, some way to take action.
Still, like right now, just left out, don't have no help. He would have gave me told me something to do for us, getting back to work and
he would have advocated for you.
yeah. So when Tim died, it just broke my heart.
I know Tim did not die on purpose, but sometimes when somebody has died, we feel like they did on purpose. We are kind of resentful. Do you resent that he died and they left you alone?
Not really resented, but I just still can't believe it. Like, it's still
You're still in shock.
Yeah, I just still can't believe Tam dead.
Did you want to tell him? Tell him, I can't believe you're dead. Where are you? What would you want to tell him?
I just wish he was still here.
I wish you were still here. I need you.
Yeah.
Do you have any regrets?
Yeah. I used to get mad at him, cuss him out. So,
So you want to tell him you're sorry for that?
yeah. And I have told him I was sorry for it, but because he was only trying to help me. But it was just
Didn't always see it?
Yeah. I just still can't believe Tim Lee dead. It's just hard for me to. I try not even think too much about like Tim or Wayne or my sister. Like, you know, I just. Because I got so much other stuff going on, so I just try not to. Because if I sit and think about it, I'm going to cry. That's really the only reason when I just cry. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't do a lot of crying no more, but stuff like that, and when your own family don't understand you, it's just.
It's hard.
I want to be happy again. But really the only thing that make me happy, I mean, just thinking about the goals I'm trying to do and why I'm doing it. Because if it weren't for that, I wouldn't have nothing going on. But I talked to a girl today that she had bought one of my books, and I don't know if I told you I was starting a support group, and I'm starting it because it's a lot of people can't afford afford counseling, and I really just it's in the around the corner from my mama's house, just in the community, like we all who deal with depression, get together, and like I will go have my cousin who will counsel that I told you about come talk sometime, just something to do. And this girl really wanted to come, but I canceled it for the day because I just wasn't ready. So she called, she was like, "You still having the support girl?" I was like, "No." So she was like, she really wanted to vent, basically be around people that deal with the same issues. So I just told her, I said, "Well, let's just get together, me and you." So just talking to her, when you talk to people that can relate, it just, me and that girl just, you'll think we knew each other a long time. Like we feel the same way her mama did with a mental illness, my mama did with a mental illness running her family, and just a stranger understand you more than your brother or a sister. I don't understand. Like, if I never had an appointment here, me and her probably still be talking, because that's how much we got in common. You know, and she was just like, she didn't want to never come out because people been calling her crazy. She was like, until she read my book, that's what made her come out. So it's just like, I'm glad that I was just able to, I guess, help her be able to tell her family or friends, well, really it's her friends who don't just be like, oh, just snap out of it, like, just think positive, So, but we was like, we could relate. It was just crazy to me, like, and I don't even know her. Met her last night, and today we talked, and everything was just, we can relate so much, because she deal with a mental illness. She did be in the hospital, she self-harmed, so we were just like, it was crazy how we were just talking. But she don't take her medicine, and I was like, you got to get back on your medicine.
Yeah.
Because I told her it's trial and error. I said, they just got to, you got to find the right one. I said, because I told her, I said, if I never got on them 2 pills, I'd be in a deep depression right now. I know I would.
Right.
I would be real depressed right now with the situation, but the pills won't let me get, the medicine won't let me get that depressed. So I just, really just taking it day by day. So people that will say, oh, just pray or think positive thoughts, I just feel like they need to educate themselves more on depression because it's nothing that you can snap out of. It's a chemical imbalance in your brain, and sometimes to get the chemicals back in balance, you have to take medication. So when they say, oh, just pray, where your faith at? I mean, I feel like people that deal with mental illness probably pray a lot. I ain't gonna say probably more than another person, but we pray a whole lot because we don't want to feel that way. Because I went to church as a child. My grandmother, she was a praying grandmother. I mean, when she answered the phone, she answered it, hello, praise the Lord. She went to church faithfully. She, so we went to church, but I didn't know. I mean, it just really threw me out when my sister died because the night I prayed. So it was like I was really mad at God. I was mad at God, but I was 10. I was just like, nah, this not how it's supposed to be. You pray to God and He supposed to answer. I mean, that because I was young and didn't really understand what was really going on, and that God did it for a reason. Everything happened for a reason. She was meant to go that way.
As Tameisha Moore has gone through the various peaks and valleys associated with depression, she has come to a point in her life where she understands that attaining and maintaining her own mental health goals are not enough. To that end, she has taken several steps to help others realize that they can also overcome their mental health obstacles as well. In 2017, she published the first of 2 books that chronicle a number of regrettable decisions she made as a teenager and into her young adulthood. She hopes that readers will be able to learn from her story and steer clear from some of life's avoidable pitfalls. In 2018, she continues to organize neighborhood support group meetings for those dealing with mental health issues. Additionally, she is establishing a nonprofit organization called Hope for the Hopeless. These and other future efforts borrow knowledge from famed philosopher and poet Ralph Waldo Emerson, who once said, "Do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail." She is determined to utilize faith, courage, and wisdom to overcome depression, helping to create such a path for others.